Y de taca, taca, suelta pa' acá, que ando saca, saca, vente pa' acá, y de taca, taca.
First off, you know, the club has only been there one season, and I was very lucky to be there with David last summer, and it's already one of the craziest clubs I've ever seen. It's like you go to a festival every night. So it's, of course, massive for me to be a part of. David is the biggest legend on the island. You know, he has 2 nights, Mondays and Friday, and every time he go on stage, it's like you watch the Beatles or something like Elvis Presley. It's completely crazy. So it's a great honor for me to be there with him. I don't have an opinion on why other clubs are decreasing, but I have a very strong opinion about why Ushuaïa, High, Universe are doing so well. The team around these clubs are just incredible, really hard-working, amazing people, and they have this super sense of, you know, they have good taste. Most of them are French, and they are just amazing with hospitality, with sound design, with light, it's just the best nightlife experience in the world. So that's why they are top 3 clubs in the world right next to each other. It's amazing. I would be dreaming about performing in Ibiza. It is the mecca of dance music, and everybody breathes and talks and feels electronic music in Ibiza. So it's very special to perform there, and people come from all over the world to hear new music and get inspired. So if you are a DJ, to perform in Ibiza is one of the biggest things you can do. But also if you're not performing, it's very healthy to go to Ibiza and get inspired and see what's going on. Usually Ibiza is very much in the trend or trendsetting of what's happening. So it's a good way to see what's going around the world, because it usually starts in Ibiza. Yeah, I used to stay with David Guetta for many months in his house before I started to tour. I stayed with him as a friend, and we would go visit the island, and I've seen and been to the whole island, I feel like. What's amazing with Ibiza, I think that it makes it very special towards many other islands in that region, is extremely green. There's this amazing nature, and there's this like hippie mentality. So you get this feeling of the 70s, the vibe of people who want to leave the system and just be free, and combining that with this beautiful nature and amazing food and some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. Ibiza is just heaven. Yeah, we did a lot of music in his house. We did a studio session a few years ago where we were 2 weeks locked in his studio. We did many songs in Ibiza. And we're always working in music in Ibiza, always. Sometimes we have worked on music and put it on the USB stick and drove to Ushuaïa, and David played as the first track, which has been crazy to see. I met Mala through some common friends, and we became friends, and it was just fun for us to collab. We have a little bit different sounds, but you know, he's a super talented producer. He's a good friend, so it was just fun to do something different with him, and we did something more clubby, and we did a back-to-back show at Winter Tomorrowland, and it was we had a blast. So very cool. I mean, there's a lot of amazing French artists also, more on the urban and the pop scene, that I love. I need to dive into it more to fully have my finger on the pulse. But my girlfriend, she's obsessed with them, and she always plays me different people's music here. The rapper Yule, and from Marseille. So there's different ones. I keep a little bit eye on them. You know what Yule means in my language? Christmas. Oh, is that a Jule thing?
Stuff,
yes. Okay. I know the one, Marseille Bébé, that song.
Yes.
AI can be a very good tool for inspiration. I think it's very hard to create something using AI, but you can get lucky. And that's kind of what happened with Lucky, because we were using AI as a tool to get inspired by vocals. And this concept came up with Lucky. But when you write vocals to AI, it's hard to tell AI exactly what you want. But you can have a lot of different ideas going. And then you kind of have to narrow it down, and you can get lucky and one fit exactly to what you need. But I think a lot of people is going to be surprised how artists today can use AI. It's quite amazing. That's a good question. I usually don't release this much music, but I just been sitting on a lot of music, and I recently had a son, and I had a lot of time not touring. So it was a good time for me to finish a lot of music, and it's been quite a hectic, but also very fun to just release music. And now I'm going to take a little bit of a break to let the music grow and give it space to work if you want, and give the people who listen to the music room to learn the songs. And then we come with some more. My girlfriend, she's super supportive, and she helps a lot at home with him. And we try to shift a little bit. So we spend the nights, I get a little bit of sleep, and then she sleeps in the morning, and I spend time with him. Then she wakes up, and I can start to make music. And I mean, right now he's so small that he's just part of everything right now, and we're getting to know him. But when he gets older, hopefully he can start to travel a little bit with us and explore the world like we do. That's also a very good question. I don't know if I ever had a feeling of I made it. There's been many times where I've been thinking, this is really incredible, I'm very happy to be here. But I think throughout my career, it's always been like a stepping stone onto the next, and keep evolving and keep feeling creative. This is the most important thing for me, is to keep feeling creative and feeling ambitious and want to challenge myself and want to create, and not just want to sit back and watch a football game and do nothing for 2 weeks. I want to be inspired. I want to have a drive and work every day. So that's like kind of the goal. And when there is these milestones like playing main stage Tomorrowland and Ultra and Ushuaïa, etc., then it's like, okay, this is amazing. But it's never felt like I made it. I don't have that feeling. From the beginning with Future Rave, it's never been something like a pressure. It wasn't like we need to make a radio hit or we need to make a streaming track. We always made music that we wanted to play in our sets and something we was inspired about. And right now, David is extremely busy. You know, he released so much music. He started a new project that's super cool with Martin Hogger. You know, I just had a kid. David just had a kid. We are bouncing back and forth, and we play some shows, or I open for him. I'm probably going to join him for a track or two in Ibiza. And then we're going to do a Future Rave show at some point where it's like, okay, that date we are, you know, it works and this could be cool. And maybe we do a lot of more songs, but it's never been like, oh, we have to do it. Yeah, that's why it's always been nice between me and him, because it's never been pressure. It's always just been us having a good time. David and I, we were working on this song with Tinie Tempah called London that is super sick. We are playing it in our sets and it's just crazy. I'm going to try it tonight here in the arena, and let's see how it goes. Yeah, that's true, because we worked on Locked In, and we were about to release it, and then David, he sent it to Trippie Redd, and he loved it, and he was like, let me do the vocals. And he asked if he can rewrite it, and we said, yeah, go ahead, of course. And he rewrote it, and it became, you know, a track with him.
You're on Ibiza One.
Ibiza One Radio. The beat of Ibiza.